Royalties. Welcome to yet another video. My name is Hanegantete. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for stepping by. This is a channel where we do all things wellness. This is a platform where, as a professional social worker and as a parent myself, I bring all my experiences and educational knowledge and experiential knowledge to this platform, and I'm here to bring all the things that I know from experience and the mistakes that I've done that I had to rectify and get good results from. I just bring all those things here, and this is a theme series that I'm dealing with called Parent-Child Support. Thank you very much for stepping in and for tuning in for this video. Today I want us to speak about ways parents can create a safe space for their kids. I have my notes here, hence I keep on looking down. I've been speaking so much royalties on this platform about creating safe space for our children. What does that mean? It means when your child is speaking to you, they need to be comfortable. You need to show them ukuthi you fully accept them, you have unconditional love for them, you have unconditional acceptance for them. They can be open and be free to speak to you with whatever they want to, whenever. Whether you are in a good mood or you are not in a good mood, you make time for your children ukuthi babe comfortable, so that they can be comfortable and come and speak to you. And this means you don't have a judgmental attitude. Royalties. I know it's very easy for us as parents to judge, and sometimes we judge without even noticing that now I'm being judgmental. So whatever your child speaks to you, the most important thing is for you to listen. Active listen. When you active listening, you tell your child ukuthi they are important and whatever they are saying is accepted. And also you need to have that congruency. That means you accept your child and you validate their emotions, and you make them feel ukuthi their emotions are a priority. Because royalties, if our children do not feel these things, this is the reason why our children start building wrong relationships, where they go and vent. And sometimes you find because maybe you've got a boy child who does not feel accepted or loved in the family because they cannot fully express themselves. Now they go in the streets, they get to wrong friendships, they get to gangsterism, because those people they're speaking with on those groups, they validate them, they accept them, they make them to feel a sense of identity and a sense of belonging. So if we do not create safe space for our children in the home, they will go out and they will find those groups. Your child will end up being in gangsterism. They will end up in wrong places doing wrong things. All they wanted was a sense of belonging and validation, and if they don't find that at home, they end up going to the streets and doing wrong things so that they can just fit in. So creating a safe space tells your child, this is where you belong in this home, this is where you are loved, this is where you are accepted. You can communicate with us, you can tell us whatever problem that you are going through or difficult times that you are going through. We are a family, and we are here for each other. You know, that is what we call safe space, royalties. So I have some points here on my notes that helps us as parents. They give us tips on creating a safe space. The first one says listen without judgment, and I just spoke on this right now. The second one says show empathy and understanding. The third one says set clear boundaries. We spoke about boundaries a lot on previous videos. The fourth one says be present and engaged. The fifth one says respect their feelings. I just spoke on this royalties. When we validate our children's feelings, it means we respect their feelings, and we tell them what their feelings matter, their feelings are important. The last one says create a cozy environment at home. So let us go to each and every point, and then we will deal with them individually. The first one says listen without judgment. Create a space where kids feel heard and validated. It is very much important, royalties, we don't just only listen actively as we spoke on the previous videos, but we also make our children feel heard. That is very much important, Royalty. As I said, we need to be locked in, we need to focus when our children are speaking to us. They can feel if they are speaking to you, but your mind is preoccupied. There's something else on your mind. And they can feel and sense if they speak to you and you are just fully engaged. And if you are fully engaged, that means you're gonna give them those cues that we've been speaking about on the previous videos. If they're speaking about something that makes them sad, you're gonna use those cues. You're gonna use eye contact. You're gonna embrace your child. You're gonna hug your child. You're gonna make them feel comforted, and that shows you hear what they're saying. It is very much important, Royalties, because if your child is not heard at home, they're gonna go out where they're gonna find people who will hear them, and that is the beginning of destruction. So the second one says, show empathy and understanding. Acknowledge their feelings and emotions. When you show those cues, when you give those cues to your child, you hug them. If they're sad, to embrace them, you give them that love. If they need something, you give it to them. Same goes when they are excited, you celebrate with them. You give those cues we spoke about previously. You give high five, you give a smile, you give a hug, a squeeze. You give them that feeling of we are excited. My mom or my dad, my parents are excited with me. They hear me, they feel me. This is what I need, and they're giving it to me. So it is very much important. Also, when they're not doing okay, when they're not feeling okay, you also give them that empathy. You make them feel this is not the end of the world. You may be disappointed, but Tina, as your parents, we are proud of you, and we know you next time you will do better than this. If maybe it's the issue of marks, they didn't achieve the marks they wanted to achieve. As a parent, communicate how you feel about that. Yes, it's not a good thing. I understand you're not feeling okay, but now we need to help you to develop techniques and strategies that will help you to get more time invested in your studies. Maybe if we have to get you a tutor, you speak all those things to make your child feel I am important. My parents are even planning with me. How am I supposed to come out of the space that I'm in? I'm not okay, and my parents are empathetic. That is very much important. The third one says, set clear boundaries. Establish a sense of safety and predictability. This is very much important, Royalties. Set boundaries. Sometimes when we speak or we think of setting boundaries, we think we are setting boundaries so that we stop people from reaching us or come to our reach. Yes, sometimes it's about that, but at the same time, it is about helping us or helping our children. They must not do things excessively that will harm them. Boundaries go in a long way. It goes a long way, Royalties. I spoke on one video, on the previous videos that speak about boundaries. You can go and get more and more understanding on how to set boundaries for our kids and how do we maintain and sustain those boundaries. So if you set boundaries, that means we establish a sense of safety. The child must know this boundary is to protect me, and also this boundary is here to protect other people. As much as other people can harm me, I can also harm other people. So this boundary is a way that I know I can go up to this point. I cannot go beyond this point. And also other people will know, as I've set these boundaries, this is how far they can go. They cannot come beyond this point of my boundary. And then the fifth one says, be present and engaged. Spend quality time with your children. It is very much important, Royalties, to spend quality time with your children. Not only when they're feeling sad or when they're crying, then you tell yourself, okay, let me make this 5 minutes for them. Let it be a thing in the family. It does not have, you don't have to have a reason. Today I'm spending time with them because they are sad. Today I'm spending time with them because they are happy. Let it be on the schedule. Remember, we spoke about having a schedule and the schedule of things that your child needs to do. Maybe when they come back from school or during the weekend, the schedule of routines. include spending time with your children, royalties. It is very much important. It can be 10 minutes of your time a day, or 5 minutes, or even 3 minutes. It pours to their cup in a way that will amaze you. Because at school, teachers are very busy. They don't have time to engage with your child to a way that will go beyond, or that will reach your child and heal what is broken in your child in that particular moment. But when they come back from school, when they speak to their parents, they must not feel like I'm still speaking to a teacher. My teacher was in a rush. My teacher did not have time to listen to me. I come back from home, mom and dad still don't have time to listen to me. Just make time. Spend time with your parents, with your children, parents. It pours so much into their cup. And then the sixth one says, respect their feelings. Do not dismiss or minimize their emotions. If your child says, I'm not okay, do not push that back. I don't understand why you would not be okay, because this does not make sense. I don't understand you. No, this is not about you, royalty, a parent. We always need to remind ourselves that our emotions, our children's emotions are about their emotions. When you're just a parent, you are not experiencing your child's world. You do not understand what it means to be your child. You can grow that child, but you do not understand what it means to be them. So whenever they express about their emotions and feelings, pay attention and do not dismiss their emotions and their feelings. Instead, encourage them to express, to be used to the fact of expressing, and to understand that they are safe, they're in a safe space, and expression is important. So the last one says, create a cozy environment. Designate a comfortable space for kids to express themselves. It is very much important, like I said, spending time with your children is very important. You can designate a space in your home. We know that maybe sitting room or dining room will not be a perfect space, because there's other people in that space, there's noise, people are watching television, people are doing this and that. Like, you can create that culture, maybe once a week you go to your child's bedroom. When you see them in their bedroom, maybe they're doing whatever they're doing, go there. If they're on their bed, get into the bed with them. This is you trying to spend time with your child. And in trying to spend time, with your child, you are getting to know your child better in a very cozy and comfortable environment. It is not a formal thing. There's there's a family meeting, now we're having to sit down and speak. Some of the things your children will not speak in those family gatherings, of which family gatherings and meetings are also important, but we'll speak on those next time. But for now, I'm just speaking about you as a parent, making time to spend time with your child. You can go into their bedroom, get into the bed with them, maybe grab a soft blanket. You just speak from your heart. You do not need to plan, because I'm going to say this and this and this. You will just speak from your heart. We will just begin the conversation, and one thing will lead to the other. Your child will end up laughing with you, giggling with you. That time, that is very much important. But find a designated spot in the home where you do those things. Yeah, you just create those space. Maybe you are busy outside, you can call your child and say, let us clean the yard together. As you clean the yard together, you're speaking about things that you normally do not speak about, and those conversations will always be impactful on your child, royalties. Yes, thank you very much for staying up to this far. Please don't forget to like the video, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much, royalties. Till we speak again. Ta-ta.